in a village surrounded by the dense Aluna Forest, lived a girl named Aira. Aira was always curious about the forest, but the villagers warned her that it was full of mysteries and should not be entered carelessly. "Never go there," her grandmother would say, but Aira's curiosity grew day by day. One evening, as the sun began to set and the sky turned orange, Aira couldn't hold back anymore. She decided to enter Aluna Forest alone. Before she left, she packed a small amount of water and bread. Her steps were cautious, but her resolve was firm. Dry branches snapped under her feet, accompanying her first journey into the feared forest. As soon as she entered, Aira noticed that the air around her felt different. It was cooler, and the sound of the wind whispered like secrets. Ahead of her, she saw a narrow path that hadn't been visible from outside. Curious, Aira followed it. The deeper she went, the thicker the trees grew. But strangely, she didn't feel afraid. Instead, it felt as if she was being guided. Suddenly, in the distance, Aira heard a soft, yet clear voice. "Aira, Aira!" The voice called her name. Aira was startled. Who could know her name in such a remote place? Though her heart raced, her feet kept moving toward the sound. After walking for some time, Aira reached a small crystal-clear stream. By its bank stood an old woman with a wise appearance. "You have been awaited, Aira," she said with a gentle smile. "Who are you?" Aira asked, intrigued. "My name is Sira, the keeper of Aluna Forest's secret." Aira was confused. She had never heard of Sira from the villagers. "What secret do you guard?" she asked. Sira gazed thoughtfully at the stream. "This forest holds an ancient power that can only be accessed by those with pure hearts and great courage. You are one of the few who have been chosen." Aira felt like she was hearing a fairy tale, but everything seemed so real. "What power are you talking about?" she asked again. Sira looked at Aira with eyes that sparkled with wisdom. "The power to maintain the balance of this world. Hidden within Aluna Forest is a source of great energy. However, many seek to take it for evil." Aira was silent. She felt a sense of responsibility, but also fear. "What must I do?" she asked. Sira extended her hand, as if inviting Aira closer. "You must find the heart of the forest and protect it, but you cannot do it alone." To Aira's surprise, a group of small winged creatures, glowing like fireflies, emerged from the trees. "They are the guardians of the forest," said Sira. "They will assist you, but the decision is still yours." Aira stared in wonder at the tiny creatures. They flew around her, leaving trails of soft light. Her heart calmed, and she felt a new strength within her. "I'm ready," Aira replied. Sira smiled, then led Aira deeper into the forest. The farther they walked, the brighter the light from the tiny creatures became. Finally, they arrived at a massive tree that towered above the forest, with twisted roots sprawling across the ground. In the center of the tree, a small door glowed softly. "This is the heart of the forest," said Sira. "But before you can protect it, you must prove yourself worthy. Behind this door is a test." Aira swallowed nervously. "What kind of test?" she asked, her voice trembling. "A test of courage, honesty, and compassion. Only those who possess all three can maintain the balance of Aluna Forest." Sira replied. "You must go in alone, Aira. I will wait for you here." With a pounding heart, Aira opened the small door and stepped inside. The air was still, but peaceful. A soft light enveloped her. Suddenly she saw her own reflection standing before her. But this reflection was not still. It spoke. "You are afraid, Aira," the reflection said. "What makes you think you can protect this forest? You don't even know what lies within." Aira was startled, but she knew the reflection was testing her courage. "I am afraid," Aira admitted, "but I won't run away. I will face my fear." The reflection vanished, and the room changed. Now Aira stood in a beautiful garden of flowers. In the center of the garden, there was a mirror. As she approached, the mirror showed her a reflection of herself, but it displayed not her everyday appearance. It showed her mistakes and the flaws she had made. Aira stared at the mirror, her emotions swirling, but she understood this was a test of honesty. "I am not perfect," she said. "I have made mistakes, but I learn from them, and I strive to become better." With that, the mirror cracked and transformed into flowing water. The final test arrived when Aira saw a wounded wolf in the corner of the room. Without hesitation, she approached the wolf and gently stroked its fur. "Don't be afraid, I am here to help you," she said with compassion. The wolf healed and, with a flash of light, turned into a winged creature, like the other forest guardians. When the tests were complete, Aira emerged from the small door. Sira was waiting for her, smiling proudly. "You have passed, Aira. You are now the guardian of Aluna Forest." Aira felt peaceful and strong. She knew that a great responsibility lay on her shoulders, but she was no longer afraid. From that day on, Aira lived in harmony with Aluna Forest, safeguarding its balance and protecting its secret from those who sought to exploit it. The village thrived in peace, never knowing the crucial role Aira played in keeping the forest mystery safe. But Aira never sought praise. For her, protecting Aluna Forest was reward enough, and she knew, as long as she guarded the heart of the forest, the village and the world would remain in balance.